Diecast North is a channel devoted to the teen to adult toy collector, pop culture fans, and fellow nerd enthusiasts. This is a PG-13 channel. I might say some shit. Viewer and parental discretion is advised. Episode of Diecast North Galactic Hooligan, and I am super happy that you're all back with me again. I am sorry I'm actually taking so much time off and everything. There were a couple of things that actually happened with my car. I don't even want to get into it or anything like that, but wish me luck on it because there's so much going on in there and everything, and all I'm telling you is buyer beware when you're actually going off and you're getting something new and everything, you know what I mean? In any case, I'm actually going to stray off from there. Let's talk about some good stuff. Let's talk about the fact that Snarl is in the hizzy! Oh man, I actually cannot wait. We've actually been seeing all the spoilers for Snarl, who's actually coming out pretty soon. It's actually all over the internet, all over Twitter, all over Facebook, all over the Instagrams. You know what I mean? So, Hasbro, don't get mad at me or anything like that. All I'm saying is that there's a lot going on there. I'm already going to start making room up on this mighty shelf right over here for my favorite faction, the Dinobots. I cannot wait to actually finally get Swoop to complete that set. And don't shortchange us, Hasbro. Please don't shortchange us on that guy or anything like that, you know? Make both plentiful for everyone. Because as soon as they actually hit the shelves, I'm actually going to be getting those guys, you know? So, let me know what you guys actually think about Snarl so far. So far, he looks epic, and I can't wait to actually get this guy. He only comes with a sword, it looks like. I hope he actually comes with another weapon, but at this moment, I don't care, because I kind of feel like we actually had another weapon that actually came along with another upgrade set. And if you have, I really have to get back over to doing some It's Alive so I can finally get that, so I can finally get a Sludge finally up to par and everything. Where is he? There he goes. Yeah, I can't do that with the camera. So I can finally get Sludge up to par and everything. Already, you see his sword there and everything. So I'm actually just trying to make sure that he's actually properly done. And also, now we're actually seeing that Jazz is actually going to be implemented in the Studio Series for, I think it's Studio Series? No, Bumblebee line. He's actually going to be in the Bumblebee line in his Cybertronian mode. Ah, my gods, I am loving everything that's actually going on there. I can't wait to see that guy finally in full form and everything. This is actually kind of cool. I can't wait to see exactly what they do next. I really hope we actually get a chance to see Wheeljack and everything, because that would actually complete the Cybertronian looks for the anime and everything like that, unless we're actually getting more anime-style Tetrajets and all that other jazz, you know what I mean? Shockwave is already in Cybertronian mode and everything, so there you go. And if they actually made Cybertronian, oh man, if they made Cybertronian Fembots, that would be amazing. I would love to see that, But I'm actually trying to practice this, this whole thing of if you're not first, you're not you're last, and I'm trying to stray away from that now and everything, because it does actually get harrowing just trying to get everything out there and everything, and then you actually start to have this sense of FOMO and everything like that, and I'm trying to get out of this sensibility of that. So right now, I am really hoping that since I actually posted that you all got your Minervas and everything, because she's amazing. I had to get her as soon as I actually saw her on Walgreens. We're actually going to talk about her soon, because I already took her out of the box and everything like that. I'm not doing her review today, though. Today, I'm actually going to be doing another character. It's going to be Hotshot first. There's so much to talk about and everything, especially because now we've got a complete Menasor, and I hope that you all got a chance to get the breakdown by me posting about Hasbro Pulse finally getting him in stock and everything like that, and he is amazing also and everything. I think I'm actually straying away from thinking about him as a Lamborghini now and everything, and now he's actually kind of like a modified Ferrari, you know? But, I mean, that actually goes without saying, like, everything actually transforms in Transformers, you know? But, since we're actually at Legacy, Armada is actually what we're going to be talking about today and everything. I hope you're actually all joining me. If you haven't already hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell, please do so right now. It's a huge help for me, as right now I think I'm actually up to 625 and everything like that from the last time that I actually looked. And thank you all for all the people who actually joined me just recently and everything, and you know who you are. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you all. Now, let's get on with this review. And Armada is back and in full style. Yay! Look at this. This is actually going to be Armada Hotshot from the Legacy line, Legacy Evolution. And I am really loving everything that's actually going on in here so far. The box actually has really, really great art and everything. I'm loving the glow of the headlights right over here in the front. His double blasters are actually right there. His really, really cool over here. I love this and everything. I love how translucent they actually made this visor over here in the art and everything. Just really, really cool. And I am loving the actual figure himself and everything. This thing is just great. I love it. Flaws and all and everything. Because I already know about the flaws of like the emptiness of the caverns and everything like that. If you haven't already, Kato's collection actually has a link to I think it's TF Source or TF Safari or something like that, that actually has, I think it's TF Safari, that actually has upgrades that actually go on in here and everything, so you can actually cover up some of these panels and everything like that, cover up some of these places that actually need covering and everything like that. But the most important part is actually the panel that's actually right back over here that actually like leaves his legs kind of barren and everything like that, and it actually does a wonderful job at covering just that. But for now, we're actually going with the base model and everything. So here we go with Hotshot, and I really am surprised about how much I really like this guy and everything. You know, he rolls really, really well. I'm actually kind of surprised at everything like that, especially with the way the wheels are actually done. So maybe they're actually finding a better way to actually put these wheels in here and everything, instead they would have actually rolled like a dream if they were pinned. But this guy is actually really fantastic. I kind of wish still that the Hasbro actually had a way of matching up all of the yellows that are actually all around here. But aside from that, it's actually a really complete car. Look at this, like, except for this piece right over here, which actually has his tire bazooka and everything like that, or his axle zooka. But right over here, we actually have like the back headlights and everything, and they're really nicely detailed. I kind of wish they were painted too, but yeah, you can't have everything, you know. There goes the change in the windows and everything, you know, and I kind of wish that they could have actually like found a way. I mean, yellow always suffers and everything when it actually comes down to painting these guys, and yellow is actually still one of my favorite colors and everything, so I kind of wish that they could actually kind of like find a way to actually make this and this and this all match, you know what I mean? Because you're actually like putting, I'm actually thinking like maybe another layer of yellow or something like that, you know what I mean? But I'm not exactly sure if that actually puts them out of budget or anything. I would actually say budget be damned and everything, and just like paint everything, because like, you know, it just makes for a nicer looking bot. It makes for a nicer looking car. But like, so far, this guy has no complaints for me whatsoever. I'm loving the solid blue light, the solid blue windows right over here. That's actually very cool. The way the headlamps are actually painted right over here. I love this. I love the engine popping up out of here and everything. And I don't know if I mentioned it. I might have, but everything on this figure is super tight. And I'm actually really surprised to see this right out of the box. I actually found that with Minerva too. Minerva came out super tight. I actually found that with a couple of other figures. I don't want to like give off like too many spoilers or anything like that. But I actually found that with I'm gonna tell you anyway. With Needle Nose. Needle Nose actually came out super tight also and everything. So I'm actually really surprised about how well they're actually doing with everything. The only thing I found on Needle Nose, and I'll talk about that in his review, is that his arm was like a little bit loose and everything, so I had to tighten that up a little bit. But aside from that, everything is actually great. I'm actually really loving what they're actually doing, and I think Hasbro and Takara are finally listening to their consumer base and everything, and all of their fans and everything like that, about making these guys as tight as possible. One thing this guy actually still does is he still carries this over from Armada, the claw. I really think that's actually a great addition and everything, and this is actually really cool because like you can actually add blast effects onto this thing if you actually really wanted to. So there we go. Let's just bring a couple of those in and bring this one in also. I love this so much, you know, like always, blast effects are actually just a great way to celebrate a figure, and always it's actually really great when they can actually implement that in like one of the newer figures. I kind of still think that, you know, Hasbro, Takara, you're actually missing a solid opportunity to make blast effects a thing here and everything like that, and keep it coming and everything, because nobody's actually tired of blast effects whatsoever or anything like that. I know I'm not. I know you're not. You know what I mean? Like, who are you kidding? You know what I mean? Like, you've got to get blast effects back in here again. I'm just trying to show off this thing right over here, because the blast effect should actually work over here as well. It looks like not as much or anything like that, but you can actually still have fun with this guy and everything like that by putting a couple of blast effects here and there and everything, and that's really, really awesome. I think that actually makes a really great Mad Max kind of feel and everything. I love that so much, and I'm going to give you a couple of comparisons. First comparison is Hotshot and Starscream. And these guys really look amazing together. It's actually really cool to see Armada actually being really celebrated here and everything. So that's actually super, super cool. And again, I'm not a big fan of the Starscream body type and everything like that, but you know, it's actually really kind of cool that they're actually like doing Armada again and everything like that. I love the upgrades that they actually made on this guy. So there we go. I'm gonna keep going on here. Hotshot and Hot Rod, Hotshot and Bumblebee. And again, I really hope that, and I think I said this before in his review, but I really hope that they actually make that they actually bring Bumblebee back again in this pure yellow form and everything. I kind of like, and also give him a smile. What is he actually really seeing out there? Transformation is really back to basics for this guy. So let's get into this guy's amazingly cool transformation. Henshin! Transformation is cool. First off, again, I'd like to really reiterate exactly how tight this guy actually is and everything right out of the box. I didn't have to do anything to this guy whatsoever. First off, let's get off his double blasters right over here. And the first time they actually got him, extremely, extremely tight, getting him right out of these ports right over here. So let's just put this right over here. And we are actually going to start off by bringing down out the doors right over here. We're going to come over here and we're actually going to extend this like so. Then we're actually going to take these pieces out of their ports and everything, because this will actually get us, there we go, to separate his legs all together and everything. And again, really nicely tighten everything right around here also and everything. You can actually just kind of slide them in. I think I actually kind of grilled this just now and everything, but let's bring these pieces into the inner parts of the window right over here, and then we are going to extend right over here. There is actually going to be like an accordion joint that actually goes up this way, and let's bring those doors down to the side, and then there'll actually be a piece right over here where you can actually just like bring his knee right over into this there we go, and this little piece right over here, that's the port that actually connects them. And then we're actually going to do the same on the other side. Bring these down, bring down this door, and connect right over here. Right after that, we're actually going to, let's just swing his whole entire body around. Then we're going to take his feet out. Then we're going to take this right over by this ball joint and swing everything down, and that's actually going to go onto the back of his legs in a moment. So let's just swing this down right over here, and we'll take out his feet right on the bottom and bring these right to the back. And the same with this, bring them right to the back and just swing his legs to the front, and you actually have his legs all done. His arms were actually already detached from the doors and everything, so you could actually swing those around right over here. And I love everything that's actually going on over here. So let's bring this all the way back, and then right over here, we'll just open this up, and then this is where his head is actually revealed in his body cavity, which is actually really awesome. So after that, we're actually just going to take all of this and have that settled right on his back, and then bring these into these ports right over here, and there we go. Now we actually have Hotshot in his amazingly cool updated robot mode and everything. So let's take a look at this guy. So Hotshot actually has this really quirky design that hasn't really worked up until now. It's kind of amazing how much was actually done on him and everything, you know? Like, I'm actually really loving everything that's actually going into his knees over here. Like, those are actually really nicely done. I kind of wish that they actually put like a little bit more color in there, because I think that's actually something that is actually missing. And I'm pretty sure you can actually get like a needle and drop some paint in there and everything like that all together and everything. But just really nicely designed and everything. I'm actually super surprised about how well this guy actually came out. Just let's keep going, and I'm actually gonna just give you a slow pan into the back over here, and even that bazooka right over here is actually really nicely done. I'm actually really surprised about how cool this actually is. When it comes down to Hotshot, it looks like the third time's the charm and everything, because we actually had Hotshot in Armada. Didn't look the best or anything like that. And then they actually came back to him in Generations, and it was close, but no cigar or anything like that. This right over here, I think, is actually very much the definitive Hotshot and everything. Down to his gigantic legs and everything like that, you know what I mean? Down to, like, the crisscross that's actually over here and like, I love that engine style and everything like that. It's actually really cool. Kind of wish that they could have actually continued the paint all the way back here and everything. I may do that myself and everything like that as like a fix-up project and everything. So really, really cool. I love the fact that he doesn't really have like those gigantic fists anymore or anything like that, but like that's actually a good thing here and everything, because I really think that they really captured a lot into his look. And let's just go a little bit further and everything. Let's look at that grill of his and everything, because like that is dynamite right there and everything. I love this. Simply done and everything, but still yet you actually have like a lot of detail and everything going into his face and everything like that, going into his head crest right over here and everything. Just really nice. And it didn't look like they actually missed anything whatsoever. His eyes are properly colored. I'm actually kind of surprised that his eyes are properly colored here and everything, you know? You have the Autobot insignia right over here. Again, this whole entire thing, I think this is actually kind of like a whole engine and everything that's actually making up his whole body. Really nice. Going down. Love everything that's actually going on to his modeling and his cut piece right over here. The legs are actually kind of plain, but like again, it's Hotshot. You know, just really nicely done and everything. And again, this is actually very cool also, you know. I don't think that it was a whole lot in the way of like of waffling or anything like that. We have like just a little bit on his legs over here, but aside from that, he is very much the complete customer right here. And we actually have his visors right over here also. I love that, and I love the fact that they actually use this transparent plastic right over here. Now, there's a warning here, because like this is actually still translucent plastic and everything like that. And of course, what actually happens with translucent plastic, it kind of breaks and everything after a while sometimes. And sometimes you can actually keep it for a longer time and everything, which I'm actually still surprised of. Now, on my Generations Hotshot, this piece totally broke and everything. So I'm actually looking to see exactly how long I can actually keep this before it actually withers or whatever it may be and everything. But one thing I actually do love, I do love that they actually brought this Armada weapon back again and everything. His Axel Zuka and everything like that. That's actually really cool. And you know, everybody's got to be a fan of this. That bazooka factor and everything like that is actually super cool. I love this so much. Look at this guy. What a badass. Look at this. This is actually super awesome. And if you actually really needed to take this off, you can actually like there's like a mushroom peg right over there where you can actually whittle it off and everything and put it into his arms and everything if that's what you actually need to do. But also, he actually comes with this engine block weapon over here and everything that you can actually put into his hands. And there we go. And just let me put that here. There we are. Now he is ready for action, and anything that you actually wanted to do, he is actually ready for. The one thing that I actually kind of thought was actually kind of off about this is that I kind of wish that this could actually kind of separate and everything, because when you actually have this in his hand and everything, it does really look like it's actually kind of like off a little bit. And I kind of like almost dislike when they actually do like the double weapon like this and everything like that, because it's always off center and everything. And kind of wish that they could have actually kind of like found a way to like actually dislodge this so you can actually have two weapons and maybe a clip or something like that for his Axel Zuka or something like that. That would have been awesome. But he actually does come with a lot of articulation and everything. He actually comes with a twist right over here. He can actually look left and right. No up and down or anything like that. You can actually kind of feel it, but it's not really there. Let's see, he actually has a hinge right over here, and he actually goes back that far, and he is obstructed by his backpack right over here and everything. I kind of wish that there was a way to fold this in a little bit more and everything to update the design even further, but if you actually even move this piece, he can actually move his arms way up like this and everything. So really nicely done and everything. I love he's actually pinned right over here, so he's got another hinge right here and everything. He actually has rotation right over the bicep. He's got an arm curl right over by his elbow right over here, and no wrist articulation or anything, which is actually kind of a shame, but because it kind of really looks like they could have actually put that in here but didn't, you know. And his arms actually kind of look a little weird, kind of like coming out there. I think his forearm is actually like a little bit longer and everything that I'd actually expect, but still looks good though. He actually has waist rotation. He can actually kick up that far. He can actually kick back that far and everything. It's actually kind of amazing. He is very kibble heavy and everything like that when it comes down to his legs and his and the back piece of his backpack right over here. He can actually straight up do kung fu and everything, so that's actually great. He actually has a knee bend that actually goes that far. But if you actually move this right out of the way, you can actually get some really dynamic poses and everything. So that's actually really nice also. He actually comes with standard ankle tilt right over here and some dorsiflexion. So he actually does come with a good, well-rounded amount of articulation. Really, really nice guy. I'm actually really surprised about how much I love this guy. Like, I'm actually kind of surprised that this didn't really take me aback or anything like that. Like, I really like him a lot and everything. I might go off and get the panels and everything that Kato was actually talking about and everything, because like I think that actually kind of helps out a little bit. I'm not exactly sure if they're actually parts forming or anything like that, or if you can actually use them and then just like shift it while you're actually transforming your figure and everything, but it does actually help out a lot and everything, and I'm actually really considering, especially since they actually come with like 2 pistols that actually go right over here, which is actually always really nice. So it's actually good weaponry and everything, and a good way of like hiding this piece right over here. But aside from that, he really doesn't bother me at all. I really like this guy. As far as alternate weaponry is actually concerned, you could actually give him Starscream Star Saber right over here, and I've always thought that he actually looked cooler with it anyway and everything like that, so like I think that actually really works out a lot. And let me give you a couple of size comparisons, just let me fix this guy up a little bit. So here goes Hotshot with Bumblebee, Hot Rod, and Armada Starscream. And there we go right over there. And that is an amazing picture right over there. I kind of feel like this is actually really, really awesome, where we can actually join figures from like other parts of this whole entire new entourage of figures and everything, you know, along with like older figures and everything. So like we actually still have like Bumblebee and Hot Rod with the Legacy EVO line and everything like that, and I really just love the way that actually looks and everything. Armada with G1, just really great. You play with your figures the way you actually want to, guys and girls, but like, let me tell you something, this looks amazing. I love it when everybody can actually join into the picture. And I'm talking everybody, so I put in a little bit of Night Prowler here and everything. I got him just recently. Don't judge me. I like him. I like him a lot, okay? Anyway, so that is actually all there is to be said about that. I am actually really loving Hotshot a lot and everything, you know? Like, hopefully Starscream doesn't fall. Okay, there we go. There we let me lean him over here. So there we are. So I am actually really loving the way Hotshot actually came out. He is a great bot and everything, and I really think he's actually really worthy of your attention and everything, you know? Final thoughts coming up. So I can never really be out of collecting these guys, because all of a sudden they come up with something new and interesting and everything, and I love the designs that actually comes out of Transformers. So that being said, I don't know if I'll ever really be out of collecting or anything like that, but let me tell you something. So it's always great when you actually find something and then all of a sudden you're just like, oh, I haven't seen him in a while. You know, and Hotshot is actually one of those prime examples and everything of a figure that was actually done right and wrong at the same time and everything like that, because I'm not going to gush over this guy totally and everything like that. One thing that I actually have to say is that the legs, I kind of feel like they were one panel away from actually making this guy amazing, you know? And I kind of feel like they could have actually just like really upped the ante and everything like that, placing a couple of like hinges or something like that on the inside of the leg and everything to actually make a panel to cover everything over. But aside from that, he is a lot of fun. I really like this guy a lot, you know? If you actually find him, I highly rate this guy and everything. I highly suggest getting this guy and everything, because I really think that you're actually going to have a lot of fun with him and everything, you know? I actually know I did. Popped him out of the package. I'm surprised about how much fun this guy actually was. If you see him, get him, and you actually probably won't be sorry that you actually did. And don't get him because you actually have that fear of missing out or anything like that, but get him because he's actually a cool character, and you kind of feel like he would actually be a great addition to your figures and everything, you know? But I love him. I think he's actually very cool. And thank you again for coming in once again with me for our trip through nerddom. I really appreciate each and every one of you joining me once again and everything. I am super happy with bringing you all the content that I actually do. And right now, I'm actually just gonna do a mental health check. Make sure you guys are, make sure every single one of you guys and girls are actually treating yourselves with kindness, love, and respect. Make sure you're bringing that to every person that's actually around you and everything, because kindness is always appreciated. Kindness is actually what's needed in this world. And I'd appreciate it if you actually made sure that you actually touched everybody with like a little bit of kindness, a little bit of love, and make the everyday shine. Also, when these stop being magical, that's when I stop collecting. I will definitely talk to you all soon.